Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend set. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Miami Marlins. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. So the Pittsburgh Pirates have taken the first two games of this series, and today they'll go for the sweep. They played well, Chris, and they're looking for more of the same in this one.
Yeah, they've been the side shaking hands on the field after each game so far. Played solid baseball to earn those wins, as you said, but every game offers up its own unique challenges. So we'll see what those are today, but there's always a little extra motivation when you have an opportunity to sweep a series.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set, and today's starting pitcher, A.J. Puk. And Chris, he's hoping for some better fortune moving forward.
Well, I'm looking to see if he can increase the amount of swings and misses and perhaps get more strikeouts, because hitters are batting over 300 against him, and that means guys are getting the barrel to the ball. Be pretty good when you have that kind of batting average. So he's going to have to find a way to do something different in this one.
Now here is Jake Fraley. And he deals. And that one fouled off.
First pitch, 12-40.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And here it comes. Got him swinging. Now batting Jarren Duran. Looking to stay hot after yesterday's game. 4 for 5 in that one. And he's the kind of starter that a lot of pitching.
And be in the zone, be effective, but just moving the ball around, getting the ball back from the catcher, Boog, and throwing the pitch.
And he hits a ground ball right side to first. Nice efficient start to the afternoon. That's 2 out. Here's the Pirates lineup now. And a big factor for them in recent games, Nico Hoerner.
Definitely home cooking for him, Boog. Batting better than .350 here at his home ballpark this season. I mean, a lot of that comes from sleeping in your own bed, having a regular routine, grabbing your favorite meal before you head to the ballpark, all the ins and outs of this place, this city. He's lighting it up, and the home fans, they've been loving it too.
Lined, and that's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
This lefty matchup thing's not going so well.
It's an interesting thing when you consider limiting walks. Is it more important today because of how many home runs are being hit?
No doubt. Keeping players off the base paths with the way the swings and the launch angles are today. The emphasis of hitting home runs is so huge. It's never been more important.
Here comes a pitch. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Save. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Not even close there. Now 1-2. Yeah, I think the other part, though, as well, is it goes both ways, because I think that guys at times are more than willing to give up walks because they'll come back and strike the next hitter out. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And they'll score first. It's 1-0. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Well, those kind of lucky soft hits will always make you smile. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat. Just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher. But you just kind of have to
Thomas makes the grab, and that is that. But the Pirates strike on this run-scoring double. It's now a 1-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show.
I tell you what, I think we all just jumped across that line.
And now the center fielder, Jazz Chisholm Jr. The pitch. That misses the zone. 1-0. That one lifted to left. Hernandez settles underneath it. Hauls it in, and there's one away. Okay, let's check out the lineup. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity as they're facing tough offenses as well.
Nick Gordon getting ready to hit. That hits the dirt, and that's ball one. Just off the inside edge.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. One down, base is empty. That one fouled off. 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Kicks and deals. Now this is in the air down the line, and it stays fair. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in, and he's in with a stand-up double. One down. Luis Ariz stands in. Backed off the plate that time.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
And a pitch. Swings through that one for strike two. Gordon over at second, one down. And that's outside, and it's 2-2. And downstairs.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Jake Berger, the next up for the Marlins. Splits the plate, 0-1. The Fish down by a run here in the third and final game of the series. And ball one. Hot shot to third. Tosses to first. Gets him easily, ends the inning. And we're back. New inning getting started. Now it's the second baseman, Elly De La Cruz. Puck back to work. Bounce to the right side. Ariz throws to first in time. And a quick out, number one. And now Teoscar Hernandez.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Boots it. Throw to first. Gets him. Good job to stay with it there for the second out. Here's Nico Horner. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. That one the other way, and that's just foul.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Makes the grab on the run. And that's the third out. Nothing doing here for Pittsburgh. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the second. And now, Brian De La Cruz. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. Kicks and fires. And that one a little below the knees. And the count 1-2. Left field, way back there. That's back. And that one is off the wall. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Everything came together for him. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been. But obviously, you have to be happy with that result.
Toss to Alonso. That's one out, the bottom of the second. Here's Rowdy Tellez.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
And a foul ball. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, even if you don't feel great about it, you got to swing the bat with 2 strikes in this situation. You've got the tying run out there in scoring position. Just put the ball in play. Maybe something good will happen. It just didn't look like he understood the situation.
Alec Thomas now. And there's a fly ball deep right field. Reynolds ranging back. Just missed it. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. We play 2 full. It's the Pirates 1 and the Marlins nothing. All set for the start of the inning. Stepping in, Endy Rodriguez. The pitch. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. Puck in his 5th season, 29 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2016. The pitch. That's towards center. Chisholm coming in on it. He's got it. And there's one away. So the batting order turns over. Jake Fraley digs in now. Struck out swinging his first time. Ball 1, no strikes. One down, base is empty. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
And a foul ball. Out towards left center. Sanchez squeezes it. That's out number 2. Now it's the DH, Jarren Duran. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. This one lifted in the air, left field. Sanchez makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Marlins, Christian Bethancourt. The wide to kick the pitch. Just missed.
1 ball, no strike.
Just off the outside edge, and it's 2-0. That one drifts inside.
Reno.
Fastball for a strike.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Here comes a 3-2. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. Around second now as they still don't have it. Safely into third with a leadoff triple. So the lineup flips over. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Bethancourt, the lone runner, stands at third with no outs. Just missed. And fouled off. On the ground, right side. To the plate, save! It's 1-1. Gordon, the next to hit, doubled his first time up. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Ow.
Not a fast runner on the base path, so this kind of looks like it was a hit-and-run call from the dugout. Got to make contact some way or somehow because that guy's not going to be able to steal second base and be safe.
Reaching for it and brings it in. And up next for Miami, Luis Arias. Gets the slider in there for a strike. Foul ball. In the air, right field. Reynolds makes a nice running catch. One run on one base hit, no errors, and nobody left on. On to inning number 4. All tied 1-1. Back here in Lone Depot Park, here's O'Neal Cruz.
This kid picked up in a trade. A lot was offered and given to get him, but he's got a real high ceiling.
Puck back to work. And that one is lifted in the air. Sizing this one up. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball and just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. He doubled home a run in his first AB. One. And there's a foul ball. The pitch. That misses, and the count is 1-2. 1 out, base is empty. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Brian Reynolds here. Line drive. Chisholm makes the catch, inning over. Bucks go down quietly. Score remains deadlocked at 1.
Name is facts, and yes, I'm never stop me from being a good wager. I get respect from observers.
Bottom 4, here's a big power threat. Jake Berger.
Third baseman.
Yeah, the right-hander back to work. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
You know, these Marlins just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
0-2 now. And a swing and a miss. And there's one down.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
One down, base is empty. Ground ball, left side, corner. And a couple of... And at the plate for Miami, Jesus Sanchez. That pitch in for a strike. Going 1. Two outs, base is empty. And down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Back here in Miami, and now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Ellie De La Cruz. As the lefty gets to work, that misses the zone, and that's ball 1.
You can feel the extra attention on Ellie anytime he comes to the plate. This guy's a player that keeps you on the edge of your seat because you don't know what he's going to do next. He can hit for power, steals bases. He can throw the ball 100 miles per hour across the infield. He's electric.
And the pitch.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
And the pitch. High fly ball out to center field. Under it. He makes the grab. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. He's 0 for 1. Fought off foul. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Pulls up, and that's in there for a knock.
Waste no time there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Now the catcher up, and he's out, and they got him. That ends the inning. And we're back. And now the first baseman, Rowdy Tellez. Right through there for a strike.
You know, these Marlins finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations.
Left-hand hitter waits. Swinging a foul straight back.
And you got to give some credit to the other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
Got him looking. And one gone. And now for the Marlins, Alek Thomas. And a good eye there.
1 ball, no strike.
And that one sliced foul.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. And it falls. So a man aboard now with 1 away. And here's the catcher, Christian Bethancourt. And that one fouled off. Close one, doesn't get the call. And now it's even 1-1. 1 away, tie game, go ahead run, stands at first. Last half of inning number 5. Strike 3, got him swinging. 2 gone. Back to the top of the lineup, Jazz Chisholm Jr., the next up for the Marlins. 2 outs. And that one cutting but missing down low. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. Marlins leave 1. Score remains tied 1-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Andy Rodriguez. The pitch. Foul ball there. Rodriguez in his 2nd season, 24 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Late on that fastball. Smoked on the ground to second. Gathers and throws to first. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Up next for the Pirates, Jake Fraley. And a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Down the number 2 hitter, Jarren Duran. On the ground to short. Dives, but it's off his glove. No throw, and the defense comes away with nothing.
Well, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Now, right side, he's under it. Brings it in. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone. Here's Pete Alonso. 1 for 2 with an RBI double back in the 1st. And that one fouled off.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that takes care of Alonso. And that's the 3rd out. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. All tied 1-1. Bottom of the 6th inning, and the batter will be the shortstop, Nick Gordon. The wind of the pitch. Hard hit left side. Whips it across. 1 away, bottom of the 6th. The next up for the Marlins. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at bat.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Goes down looking. Chris, 3rd time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Back here in Miami, top of inning number 7. Now it's the right fielder, Brian Reynolds. Puck back to work. That's a base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
In the air, right side. Hauls it in, and there's one away. So digging in, Teoscar Hernandez.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
He was late there, strike 1.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
That's in for a strike in the outside corner. And the count is 0-2. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. He's got it, and there's 2 down. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Nico Horner, 1 for 2. Lifted in the air, right field. That's a base hit, and that moves the go-ahead run to scoring position with 2 gone. Manager out of the dugout now. Sixto Sanchez on the pitch here.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
On the ground, right side. In plenty of time to first, and that's terrific work out of the bullpen. 1 pitch to end the frame. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Johan Oviedo.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
And now the DH, Brian De La Cruz. And he deals. Right through there for a strike. In the air, left field, down the line. Makes the grab, 1 down. And up next for Miami, Jesus Sanchez. In the air, out towards right center. Fraley getting an angle on it. Makes the grab, 2 down. And now it's Rowdy Tellez, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That's in for a strike at 95. It's 0-1. That one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And good work. Back here in Lone Depot Park. For the top of the 8th, here's the center fielder, Jake Fraley. Laser, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
Go ahead run on base. Next is the Pirates DH, Jarren Duran. Base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center. Throw holds him at second, but the go-ahead run now in scoring position, and still nobody out. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, O'Neal Cruz. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second. Tag out at third. And that's a double play. Next to bat will be the Pittsburgh cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. 1 for 3. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw, save.
Pretty close play on that one. A perfect throw probably gets him. That throw was just a little wide to the third base side of the bag, so he had to reach a little bit to get it. Could have been just enough to make the difference there.
Sliced hard but foul.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
Right-handed reliever. Swung on, belted. That's back. Back, gone. A gigantic blast. He's up to 3 home runs in the series. And now they're out front. It's 3-1.
For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
New pitcher for the Marlins, Braxton Garrett.
And if you dig into his walk rate, his numbers are really impressive. He's really filled up the strike zone this season, so these batters better be ready to swing the bats.
Swings here and blasts one left field. See you later. They go back to back. His 13th home run of the season, and they add to the lead. It's 4-1.
He's going to the plate with a ton of confidence lately, and he's getting the results to back it up. No doubt, those two things feed off one another. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
And first offering is fouled off. Already 3 runs across in the frame, and we're at the top of the 8th. On the ground to the left, and it gets by him. And that extends the inning. Runner at first with 2 away. Teoscar Hernandez now at the plate. 0 for 3. A fly out. Runner on the go. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. And that rolls into the corner. Around third. He scores, and they lead by 4.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one. Really.
So the Marlins go with a new arm, Scott Alexander. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. And now Nico Horner. And it goes just foul. Hernandez stands at second with 2 gone. Missed with a changeup, and the count is 1-1. And he gets tied up right there. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. And here it comes. That one ripped. Base hit. The run comes in from second. It's 6-1. Andy Rodriguez getting ready to hit. Alexander checks over to first, and he's back.
No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seemed to help. Never helped me.
That's out to center field. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Hunter Harvey.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
He's a bullpen arm that keeps the ball in the ballpark. And obviously, out of the bullpen, you're looking to limit home runs.
Yeah, and that's why he's such a high leverage arm. It just doesn't matter for him. He looks at attacking the zone and attacking hitters regardless of the situation.
Bethencourt now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Right side, hard hit. Toss to Alonso. 2 up, 2 down.
That is an excellent base.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
The Pirates leading by 5 here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is. And we're back. We go to the 9th. And now the center fielder, Jake Fraley. The pitch. This to center field. Chisholm settles underneath it. And there's one down. Next is the designated hitter, Jarren Duran. Feels like it's less common today that you see a guy like this. The speed component, the contact component, but lack of power. Rocketed out towards right center. Thomas grabs it on the run. 2 outs, base is empty. Up next for the Pirates, O'Neal Cruz. Puts a bunt down. And no throw for some reason as he reaches first. That's got to be an error. Man at first, Pete Alonso. There goes the runner. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs. Runner goes again. Up the middle, and he can't come up with it. No throw. That's an error, and everyone is safe. Brian Reynolds, the next Pirate to hit. He's already homered in this game. Out to short. To second. Pulls him off the bag.
Well, every double play turn starts with getting one, and even though these players work on these plays during batting practice over and over again, sometimes at game speed you can still mess it up. Could have been 2 outs. Instead they get nothing.
Swing and a line drive slicing into right field, and that'll do it. So no runs, 2 hits, and an error as they leave them loaded. 2-3-4 set to hit in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Pirates 6 and the Marlins 1. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Camilo Doval. Hasn't pitched in the last 3 days. And at the plate for Miami,